Okay, and with this short introduction video, I would like to welcome you to our online seminar from today with the title Tech Up, Cost Down for the Two-Wheeler Industry. This is a short form for technology up, like technology improvement, and cost reduction on the other hand, and we will take a deeper look into applications, especially for the two-wheeler industry, and how we are able to manage it together with you. So, thank you for joining. Namaste, welcome everybody. And I would also like to give you some more information about our presenters. Here you can see them. The first one on the left side is Mr. Anapa Venkatesh. Next to him, Vaibhav Tavare and Alexander Muzichenko will join us as well. And this is me, Sebastian Blöchel. So, first of all, I would like to start with hopefully all of you are healthy in a good condition in this critical times, in the coronavirus COVID times. The most important point is that you are healthy, that your families are healthy, that your friends or people you know are all in a good condition. And once more, I want to say thank you for joining and spending your time together with us on these very interesting and great topic to the two-wheeler industry. Before going ahead, I would also give you the additional information that we have an upcoming online seminar series. So in the next week, again on Wednesday, we will talk about the corrosion topic. Very important topic in the current times. The rainy season is going on in India, but over the whole year, about humidity, about water contact applications, we will discuss what is corrosion, what is what could be done, realized, can we have corrosion-free bearing from IGUS, etc., etc. 2 weeks later, we will focus on the topic noise reduction. How can we realize with IGUS bearings a rattle-free, a really silent application and interior for automotive applications? All right. Before going into the topic, I would like to introduce our whole team from IGUS India. So I'm starting on the top left. This is Sandesh Solanki, one of the most experienced persons at IGUS India, working over 15 years already with us in the automotive business, knows really every application, every suitable aspect for the bearings and for the chains as well. Next to him, you can see Mr. Sunil Nagagoya. He is responsible for the Western region, taking care of the Pune area and all the cities around. Here you can see our presenter from today as well, like Anapa Venkatesh, responsible for the South area, taking care of customers, companies in Bangalore and Chennai, and also the whole region in this area. Here you can see on the top right, Mr. Vaibhav Tavare. He is also taking care in this, some points in this seminar today. Responsible for the big northern area, New Delhi, just to name one of the big cities there. On the top, on the bottom right, you can see Alexander Muzichenko. He started beginning of this year, and he will focus 100% on the two-wheeler industry. He will give our people we know, companies we know, all the references from the global market. Where can we use our bearings? Where can you use our bearings? Where is which benefit coming into mind, and what can be the best possible material, best possible solution for the application to reach a better technology and also to reduce the costs on the other hand. This is me, Sebastian Blöchel. I'm the industry manager for the automotive department in Asia, taking care of subsidiaries like Korea, India for sure, since a couple of years already, and Turkey, as well as some European countries like Spain, Portugal, or Poland. So we can go into our agenda for today. We will start with some information about the company. What are we doing? What are our products? What kind of materials do we use? What is our secret behind the products? Then Anapa will take over with the India presence. He will give you an overview about our production processes. He will tell you, and this is still very fascinating to me, we can provide so many different ways of samples. We can send even samples on the same day from the catalog, from the stock. We can machine samples. He will give you a lot more information about that. And then we will go over to Alex. He will start with applications, cost down applications, technology improvement applications for the motorbikes, and Weibo will go over to especially applications for the scooter departments. Last but not least, Q&A. For sure, we will save some minutes at the end for questions, but please feel free. The chatter is open. We have people from IGUS in the chatter. You can just throw some questions in the room. You will get an answer immediately, and we will get in contact with you. So please feel free. Okay, coming back to the start. The company IGUS, we were established by this young fellow here, Mr. Günther Blase, together with his wife, Margret Blase. He started the business actually in his private garage at this time, and he came up with the idea. He wanted to be the person who is improving solutions, and then he went to actually one of the biggest automotive suppliers called Pierburg, and ask them directly, do you have any part, you have some issues with, you have some problems with, I want to solve it for you. And actually they gave him directly this part. This was a metal part in the past, and they struggled with a short lifetime, and also the part price was kind of high for it, so they have to replace it so often, even with higher costs. He invested into the first injection molding machine and worked and engineered on it. And finally, he found a way to produce this part actually by injection molding out of engineering plastic. And he reached exactly the topic from today. And still, this is what we are following. Improve the technology. He reached a much longer lifetime than the existing product. And on the other hand, the part price, because also out of the injection molding process, was reduced. Around 13 years later, we went into this building here, already bigger space, many more injection molding machines. And since already a couple of years, we are located in Cologne, in Germany, in this headquarter here, having a lot of injection molding machines here, factory here, offices as well. Also, we are enlarging our place, so we are investing into new facilities to be faster, to be quicker, to have more solutions for you, to have better outcome, more efficiency, lower costs for you as well. To give you a number, at the moment, we are producing around 930 million bearings, and we will come to this product later, a year, and nearly 50%, 480 million bearings, we are selling into the automotive industry, means the two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler market. The bearings will be supplied to. This is our product range today, just some of the products we have. We have a couple products more. We have a big catalog we can share to you as well. So just mentioning it, this is one product range on the left side. This is about the cables, about the energy chains, guiding them, avoid breaking cables. Mainly you can see it on production machines or in applications like the sliding door cars, where you have also a guiding chain like this one. We are already selling millions of this. And why we are here today is the bearing department, so the right side. So we will concentrate on the lubrication-free bearings like these ones. We also have spherical bearings in our catalog, or Drylin like linear systems, for example, for the production machines as well, or to name an automotive application, for example, the armrest. Okay, let's go to our to the topic material. Let's talk about our secret. What are we using? Yeah, actually, we are a material developing company. We call our materials tribopolymers. There is a reason for it. It's tribology, and means we invest into material. We create materials which are being used in motions. This is what we do. We don't produce parts like laptop cases or screen cases or whatever, box cases. We always focus on applications and products which are in motion. And for that, we have to really spend a lot of energy and effort into engineering new materials each year. We are kindly creating around 500 new composite materials each year. What means composite? So a composite is shown here. We are using a base polymer for it. We are kind of using each thermoplastic which is on the market. It can start from a PA6, PA66, PBT, PPS, up to a PEEK. Like all of them are in our portfolio and being used in our formulas. This is not it. Yeah, we are just using it as a basis. The main point is coming now, where this guy is sitting in his laboratory and searching what could be the perfect material for which application. So in case you have an application with a high load, shock load, for example, yeah, we will see a lot of them later presented by Alex and Weibo. You need a stronger material, and for that we are reinforcing it with fibers, with fillers, make it stronger, make it more resistant against these shocks. You can see it here. Last but not least, and this is definitely the most important point, this is why we can call it a dry bush, like dry running bush. We are using already lubricants, lubrication material, like solid lubricants inside of the material, and not only on the surface, on the running surface. You will find these lubricants homogeneous in the complete wall thickness. So even if you have some wear on the inner diameter, you will have the same feeling, the same coefficient of friction over the complete lifetime. And this is what we do, develop a couple of 100 materials each year and defining the brand name. This is called Iglidur as a material. And once we say this material is suitable to called Iglidur, is ready for it, we call it like that. You can find it in our catalog. We have a lot of different Iglidur materials, always depending on the application, because we don't want to over-engineer something. Yeah, we always focus on the improved technology approach, but on the other hand, also to save the costs. Means for you, we will give you the best support to find the cheapest solution that works. We will reach your target lifetime, for sure, with safety factors in it, definitely. But on the other hand, we will give you the solution for saving costs as well. Okay, already mentioned some benefits. So dry lubricants inside, that means we are lubrication free. You don't need any grease at all in your application. We are reaching with this very low wear rates, good coefficient of frictions, to name these benefits. On the other hand, it's a plastic part. We don't have any corrosion issues. You can use us in water contact related applications wherever you want. We have a bunch of materials for pretty high loads, for very high shock load, edge loads. Anapa will also give you information why they are very good for edge loads. We will go over to materials with up to over 250-degree temperature. So you are able to use, and we are already selling millions of parts into the gearbox areas, like over 250-degree constant temperature, possible with Iglidur with engineered plastic from our side. One of the last information or benefits, advantages, the weight, you can see it here. We will be around minimum 5 times on a lower weight, up to 7 times lighter than the metal bearing bearings, yeah, from other producers. And we will be, and this is the last comment here, cost efficient. Again, this is our topic today, and I will pass over. Thank you for listening. I will pass over to Anapa. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Sebastian, for giving a brief introduction to the history of IGUS. So what we are seeing here today is IGUS India factory, so which is located in headquartered in Bangalore, Whitefield, and we have 165 employees as of today, and more than 60 employees are all trained engineers who are working with our customers regularly in developing and work as a consultants in developing all new projects with them. And also we have harnessing facilities and assembly facilities inside our factory, and we are catering to more than 12,500 active customers throughout the India. So, and also we all the departments are working towards customer centric. So we are keeping customer as a son, and all the departments are working to fulfill all the requirements of our customers. Yes. So moving further, so we will just discuss about what are the production processes or production technologies that we are following in IGUS factory in Cologne. The first one being, which is the core of our production process, that is injection molding. So when I'm speaking about injection molding, even the tool constructions are also happening in-house. So all our engineers are working on the tool, so we are not depending on any other third party. And also all the materials that are required, as Sebastian explained, all the patented materials, different materials are developed inside IGUS. So the second process, what we are speaking about here is extrusion. So in this extrusion, apart from standard catalog dimensions that are being injection molded, here we can produce round bar stocks and plates, which can be easily machinable. So I will speak about more in the next coming slides when we are speaking about the prototypes. And 3D print. 3D print technology is, as everybody knows, it's a new thing, new evolving thing, which is happening in the industry. And we can definitely support you again with all 3D printed plastic molds or 3D printed aluminum molds, where we can bring down the setup cost, basically, which happens in injection molding. Again, this point I'll cover in detail in the next slides. And 3D printing machines are also being used in our facility for sample support, like FD, filament deposition, and SLS also are being followed in IGUS facility. And a few of the other, as I said earlier, semi-automatic assemblies and flexible assembly lines are being followed for cable management systems, and few of the dry-lin systems also, like for automation, where we can assemble these things in the factory itself. Yes. So as the name suggests here, your ideas can take infinite shapes. So apart from all the standard catalog, cylindrical bearings, plain bearings, if you have any kind of complex shapes and designs, anything is possible in IGUS. So what are the various steps that we follow here? As I said earlier, injection molding, yes, this is the main important point or important production process that we follow. So which I would like to bring in a point of catalog here, because we have close to around more than 6,500 articles of one material in catalog. So you can just imagine there's a huge dimensions that are available in our catalog in different materials, in different sizes. Just to give you an example, starting from sizes of ID of a plain bearing, starting from 1 ID up to 150 ID, and also with different thicknesses, different length, different collar lengths. So this is one of the main USP of IGUS catalog, is that you can directly choose the parts without even worrying about any kind of setup cost. And if in the second process, what you're seeing, machining, if you are not finding that standard catalog part or the dimension in our catalog part, so you can go for machining, where the round bar stocks that we are extruded, or the plates can be, which are easily machinable. We can supply you as the complete finished part if you are giving us a drawing, or even the complete bar can also be given to our customer, so he can also machine by himself. So this is one another step where you can follow for prototyping. And the next three photos what you're seeing is for 3D print. So in case you have a very complex part which is difficult to injection mold or which is difficult to machine, so we are having 3D printed plastic molds for catering your needs of up to say 200 or 500 pieces. If it is really difficult, or if you want more number of pieces, like say up to a batch of 5,000 pieces, then we even have aluminum tool. So again, these are 3D printed aluminum tools where you can have improved dimensions on tolerances when compared to plastic molds or plastic 3D printed molds. And with this point, I also want to speak about one thing what IGUS is offering today. So any of our listeners or viewers who are participating today can upload the drawing if they have any kind of requirement for any of this motion plastics. You can upload your drawing, 3D drawing, and IGUS can offer this parts free for the first two customers who are uploading the drawing. Yes, and for the fourth drawing, what you're seeing, the picture what you're seeing is 3D printing. So as I said earlier, we do also have 3D printing machines where we can give you immediate sample support with filament deposition, and also we have special materials like i3 which are extremely wear resistant, and we follow production process like sintered SLS or sintered laser or compacting process. So these are a few of the prototype production process that we follow just to support all our customers in their initial days of development. Yes. So moving further, so what can you replace with IGUS? So you can see in the drawing, in the picture, you can replace bronze, you can replace bimetal, you can replace needle roller, PTFE coated bagged metal bearings, bimetal bearings, and so on. So what are the benefits? As Sebastian already explained, there are many number of USPs. The prime being, you can see in the pictorial drawings, completely you can avoid rusting and corrosion. No lubrication is one another USP, and weight, you can save weight by a ratio of 7 times when compared to metal bearing. And for each case to case, you can also save a cost of 40% when you're changing from conventional bearing to Igludur solutions. Yes. So here I would just like to do a quick case study with one of the very commonly used part, which is PTFE or Teflon coated metal rolled bearing. So here you can see in the picture just the composition of this PTFE metal bearing. So you have a thin layer of say around 50 micron of Teflon or PTFE layer, and backed by them is bronze and steel, which are metal. So in the next slide, I will explain in detail what happens. So just to give you a brief introduction to this. So here in the first picture, what you're seeing is the PTFE coated metal rolled bearing. So the PTFE layer is gone after a few operations of say a few cycles, few thousands of cycles, and you can see directly the metal is now running. Metal is running directly on metal to metal, like shaft is running directly on the metal. So here the coefficient of friction, what it started before when the Teflon was there, and what has happened after the Teflon has gone. So you can see the result is very catastrophic. The shaft can get scored and damaged. So the friction has increased maybe 10 times more. But in the second picture with Igludur or IGUS bearing, you can see, as Sebastian explained, the solid lubricants are evenly distributed throughout the thickness of the part. I mean to say these parts are homogeneous in mixture, so by composition. So the property of this material, which in relevant to coefficient of friction, is uniform throughout the thickness, and the shafts are also completely safe, 100% safe because of the solid lubricants that are present, and there is no scoring marks on the shaft. So which can save you a huge amount of cost when it's time for replacement, or when you're thinking of applications like suspensions or any kind of pedals, levers where you are using this kind of bearings, and you can save a lot of cost also. Yes. So moving further to the core of IGUS factory, that is the IGUS lab, test lab. So which covers almost 3,800 meters square, which is almost half the size of a football stadium. And here is where all the parts are getting tested. All the parts that were developed are being tested, where we conduct more than 16,000 tests per year. And out of that, 12,000 tribo tests are performed on Igludur bearings. And we perform different tests like rotation, pivoting, linear, in combination of this, like linear with pivoting, linear with rotary applications. And also we induct many different parameters like high temperatures, negative temperatures, and dirt, foreign particles, or say one with lubrication effect, and different loads, different shafts combinations. All this data are being taken and fed into our expert system, where you can calculate the life of each bearing by giving your data of load, what is the cycle, what is the temperature, what is the shaft material that you're using, and you can predict the life exactly much before, even before starting off your application. Like say my part can wear by 50 micron after 2 million cycles with load of 5 MPa. So this is what iGUS is expertised in. We can predict the life of the bearing even before you start off your application. Yes. So last slide for me, I would like to just give you a brief introduction with quality management and what are the certificates that iGUS is equipped with. The first two, what you're seeing is quality certificates, what iGUS is following. We are equipped with ISO 9001, 2008, IATF, and few of the material certificates that is very much required in automotive. Basically, when you are speaking about export markets where ROHS is very compulsory, and cleanliness, fogging, for example, plastics. When we are speaking about polymer parts, definitely fogging and burning rate, these are very important, very critical. So all this latest certificates are available with iGUS for your support. And in case for our automotive customers who are in requirement of say very critical application where they don't want to have any kind of burrs or molding defects, where they want to have 100% quality control part. So we can run optical control system where the parts will go through this optical control or optical sort mission, where all the camera, there are many cameras that are critically looking for any kind of molding defects or burrs that are present, and they're directly kicked out of this from the system, and whatever the parts that reach to our customers will be 100% defect free. So this was about the brief introduction to all the production process and a few other things which I mentioned. And with from now, I would like to hand it over to Alex, who will take you through different applications that we're doing in motorcycles. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Anapa, for the introduction of iGUS India and then the production technologies. Yeah, hello everybody, and thank you for participating in the online seminar for two-wheeler industry from my side. On the next slides, I would like to present you application for motorcycles. iGUS is able to provide you the support for a better understanding the application marked in orange, as you can see here on the slide. So yeah, let's start. On this slide, you can see the swing arm application, the orange parts. At this application, we have a high frequency as well as a high load and a high environmental impacts. iGUS bearings are perfect for this application as they are resistant to the higher loads, to dirt and dust, and have also low wear rates in combination of dry running. Next application is the throttle valve. For this part, it's very important that the bearings are resistant to fuel and have a low moisture absorption, what iGUS bearings actually fulfill. Additionally, there's a low clearance possible, and the bearings do not need to be lubricated. One of the most common applications for iGUS bearings are the brake and clutch levers. We have provided this application for many customers already, and this is a typical application for tech up, cost down, what means improving the technology and reducing the costs. The benefits of iGUS bearings here are that there are no greases needed, there's no corrosion, low moisture absorption, what also all these benefits allows also a low clearance, what is very important for this application. On this slide, you can see the stand application. The requirements to this application are they're resistant to higher loads, to dirt and dust, also because of the location under the bike body. iGUS placing bearings fulfill these requirements, and moreover, they are dry running, resistant to corrosion, and cost effective. Next applications are for the foot mechanism. Here we are providing EGOBAL linkage, you can see on the top of the slide, and also bearing for the brake lever on the bottom of the slide. EGOBAL linkage is easy to assemble, and we can offer it as a complete package or just single parts. Additionally, the bearings have a low weight what is also very important for the bike industry, and are resistant to higher loads, as well as to dirt and dust. There's also no lubrication needed, and is resistant to corrosion. For brake calipers, Argus bearings are also very suitable. The best benefits are the dry running and resistant to high temperature coming from the friction of the brakes. So next application is the front and rear suspension. For this application, Argus bearings show a lot of benefits. The most important benefits are that the plastic bearings are resistant to the edge loads and avoid scratches or damages on the shaft. Also, the function of sealing by bearing remains. The plastic bearings are also resistant to high temperature, to fluids and dirt. Additionally, with plastic bearing, you don't get a stick slip effect in this application, what is very important, and also a movement of suspension is very smooth. And this application shows as a kickstart, which is located on the engine, what means that there are high temperatures and the gear oil can get to the bearing. The high temperatures and oil are not an issue for a plastic bearing, as it is resistant to these topics. Additionally, the bearings includes the benefits of dry running and also, like all our bearings, resistance to dirt and dust. Yes. So yeah, on this slide you can see a clutch release mechanism. Inside this application, we see a high temperature and contact with oil. Also, dirt can get inside. So our bearings are resistant to all these impacts, as already said before, and have a low wear rate. Furthermore, further benefits are noise reduction and no chance for the corrosion. Yeah, on the last slide, you can see a gear shift fork where the bearings are located on the guiding shaft directly. In this application, there is a linear and oscillation movement. Additionally, there is a high temperature up to 100 degrees and the contact also with oil. So Argus bearings can fulfill all the requirements I just listed and allows a low clearance with a low wear. So you can see Argus bearings are perfect for many motorcycle applications, especially in order to take up, cost down. And yeah, and Vibo will show you more application for scooter. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, Alex, for exploring the application possibilities in motorbikes. Now I will take you through the application possibilities in scooters. As you can see in the image, we have tried to mark possible applications in orange color, starting from very basic application of brake lever to the complicated application like CVT. We will see them one by one in upcoming slides. So in earlier slides by Alex for motorbikes, we have already seen the front fork and rear fork application for guide bush. Here I will take you through the new application possibility for the slide bush in the form of a piston ring. As we all know that the conventional solution for the piston ring can be a stamped PTFE strip. Why to go for complex solution? We have an easy solution for you. It's an injection molded piston ring, which is very, very easy from installation point of view, and it can really offer very high wear resistance compared with PTFE strips. And we have furthermore few other materials which can be used for piston ring. Moving on to the next application, application inside automatic gearboxes, CVT, continuously variable transmission. Here, as you can see in the image, a pulley or a roller with taper. This part can be developed with Argus Iglidur material, which is having temperature resistance up to 180 degrees Celsius. Plus, this material can be very well suited for rotating movements. It will offer really higher wear resistance for rotating movements, as well as very low coefficient of friction on steel shafts. Iglidur for rear wheel swing arm application. As we all know, for this application, it is really high frequency application where huge loads can come in the system. Plus, we need such material which can offer edge load resistance. So here we have Igledur P210 material, which offers really good edge pressure resistance. Plus, this material is very versatile material as it can give similar performance on almost all different type of shafts. Plus, the wear resistance at such high frequency, high load application. Moving on to the next application, Igledur bearings in water pumps and fuel pumps. In all future generation vehicles like off-road bikes or the mountain bikes, we can see that we use water-cooled engines. Then we need water pumps to pump the water for cooling purpose. We have solution inside water pumps as well. As we know that there is a hydrodynamic lubrication because of the media coming in contact, which is nothing but a water and glycol mixture. The conventional solutions are ceramic bushes or carbon graphite bearings. We have Igledur H family material who offers benefits against conventional solutions, like it is suitable for overmolding, it is offering cost reduction as well, plus noise reduction, and for further most important point, it is offering cost saving against these conventional solutions. So as we all know that in these difficult COVID-19 times, we all are inside our homes during lockdown. Still, we are happy to assist you via virtual support. We all can be available over phone, over emails, over virtual platforms for consultations at any point of time. We can be available through virtual remote visit. If you request for a presentation or for an in-house exhibition, we are available on online platforms. We can organize trainings. We can organize our product displays. Also, an interactive session where we can directly discuss applications one by one. All these are possibilities from our side. Thanks for your attention. Please mark your calendar for next online seminars. We have the one on 19th August for corrosion-free bearings for the automotive industry, and second one on 2nd September. This is especially for NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness free interior with IGUS bearings. Thank you very much. Please put your questions in chatter. We are happy to answer the questions.